What's going on YouTube? My name is ginj-tcg or Chris, and today I'm back with another EX Pokemon that a lot of people have just completely forgotten about, including myself for a little bit, and that is Oinkologne EX. And my god, do I love these normal type just Pokemon, you know, Arceus, Blissey, we've done Wigglytuff, and it's about time we get down to Oinkologne, which I think rounds out just the tanky normal type Pokemon, and I am in love with them because of their simplicity, their tank potential, you know, just easy setup, consistency with it. And Oinkologne is no different than the rest. With 260 HP, it's on the weaker end of the ones we've just mentioned HP-wise, but Maddening Scent is the easiest to set up energy-wise, so I think it's a pretty fair trade-off. And Maddening Scent is a solid attack, doing 30 more damage for each of your opponent's bench Pokemon. So if they have a full bench, you multiply that by 3, and you're doing effectively 150 plus 10, 160 damage, which is two-shotting pretty much everything in the format except for Charizard EX, which you can use Heavy Stomp once or twice. We play 4 DTEs, and then you could do effectively 190 damage, putting it more than putting it in the 2-shot range, which is super sweet. Energy-wise too, 4 DTEs, 2 Gift, 2 Jet. What are we playing? 4 Mist? Oh yeah, 4 Mist. We're not dealing with Dragapult at all with this deck. But overall, the Oinkologne build is, I feel like, very similar to how it was when everyone was playing it, yeah, and like Paldea Evolved, you know, it was a very simplistic, just running Oinkologne, not many backup attackers, and you're playing the Bibarel and Skwovet engine just because that engine is cracked, especially in an all-normal type deck. You might as well put more normal type Pokemon in it. I don't see the problem with that. Supporter-wise, you know, we got 3 Arven, 3 Judge, 3 Iono for consistency and solid hand disruption, as well as 2 Sharon's Care, which is the reason why normal Pokemon are so good at being tanky. Because if you can't one-shot it, we'll play Sharon's Care, pick the entire thing up, place another one back in the active spot, and tell you to do it again. And that is the reason why I think I just love normal Pokemon so much. That has to be one of my favorite loops to do. And to ensure that our Oinkologne kind of meets back up with that normal type tank, we've got Hero's Cape and 2 Rigid Band to ensure some tank, as well as a TM evolution, so if we go second, we could kind of try to get ourselves to get going a bit faster that way. Playing 2 Pokemon League headquarters because, I mean, this deck doesn't do phenomenal into many of the big basic attack decks like Chien-Pao, Raging Bolt. Those are going to be pretty awful matchups. You're really going to hope you dodge those. But if you're playing against something like Lost Box or Miraidon, honestly, those are solid because they're not one-shotting you, so you can Sharon's Care. And Pokemon League headquarters can be devastating towards their energy setup. So if you could get this in play, you kind of ruin Sableye plays, you make Iron Hands that much more annoying to set up. You know, like, then those matchups are decent. So if it's a big OHKO type one-shot deck, again, like Chien-Pao, Raging Bolt, those aren't going to be great. Maybe you'd want to consider playing a Mimikyu or getting the Farigiraf line in there, the Farigiraf EX, which I did in like Blissey. I was thinking about possibly doing a build on that. Honestly, I still might in the future do an Oinkologne Farigiraf build, just to kind of also deal with those decks. But for now, I just wanted to make a deck that kind of dealt with the Dragapults, the Lost Box, the Gardevoirs, you know, decks like that. And as a backup attacker, we are playing 1 copy of Bloodmoon Ursaluna EX. It is just so overpowered. I was thinking about playing Radiant Charizard in this deck. And then I was like, why would I do that? I've got another tanky normal type Pokemon that I don't think I've shown too much of yet. So I might as well put it in this one. And it's got a 240 attack that just gets cheaper and cheaper as the game goes on. I mean, that's just, I feel like it fits in perfectly, you know, and we've got 2 Jet, we've got Switch, you know, we got ways to get this out of the active if we lead it. And for the Radiant, I'm going with Radiant Tsareena. Personally, I've been seeing a lot of Dragapult on the ladder. I'm sick of dealing with Dragapult, so Radiant Tsareena kind of, you know, heals the damage that ruins their magic numbers with the 6 damage counters to bench. Because let's say you don't have Mist on an Oinkologne, and they put 6 damage counters on it, boom, now they just boss it up and they could one-shot it. But if you play Radiant Tsareena, those 2 damage counters, that 20 damage you heal, will help you live that turn. And if you live the turn, just tell them to do it again. So, you know, that's why I'm playing Radiant Tsareena. You could definitely play around with that Radiant. Again, Radiant Charizard isn't a bad idea. An option that I was thinking about in the deck, and definitely something I kind of want to try in the future, is this deck, but with 4 Luminous Energy, playing the Farigiraf, Mimikyu, and Radiant Charizard. Maybe it's too much. Maybe I just get 1 or 2 of those in the deck. But I thought it was an option, especially to broaden their horizons on what Oinkologne can deal with. And honestly, I'd be lying to you guys if I told you I didn't go to like the local store near me and literally pick up 4 of these guys. I mean, I love playing dumb decks. When I say I play these at locals, I'm not kidding. This is seeing the next local. I mean, this deck is awesome. It's a lot of fun. I feel like people, you know, have forgotten about it, and I think it's about time we brought it back in the meta. So let's see if we could get after it. Let's see if we could pick up a winning record with Oinkologne EX. Welcome to match number 1, where we open up against Regieleki, Raikou, Scream, and Miraidon. Them going second, a little scary. They can definitely take an Iron Hands KO on our active Lechonk here, which worries me, because I don't think we're going to be able to get a Bidoof down this turn, but that's okay. If we got to play from behind against a Miraidon deck, I think we could do it. What makes it a little difficult... Oh, actually, you know what? If we play the Cape... Ooh, maybe I should have taken Bibarel off that one. Because, you know, if we play the Cape on the active, we would be out of Iron Hands KO range. And I could have taken a Bibarel here. Maybe that was a small misplay, but I'm not upset about getting 2 Lechonks into play. But... as I was saying, the Regieleki build of Miraidon, definitely much harder to go into, because that can make their Miraidons do 216, which is just a little annoying. And they play Master Ball. That's not Prime Catcher or Secret Box. Wait, is there a third ace spec that works well in Miraidon? That's shocking. Master Ball is an interesting one for sure. Oh my god, how many Regielekis do you need, lad? I promise you, you can Oko it. It will be a problem for us. You'll be alright. But it doesn't seem they're going for Iron Hand, so you know what? I'll take it. We'll see if maybe we could get some luck off the generator. Maybe they don't hit many. Maybe they just hit 1. I'm not sure, though. They are still going, and they just hit 1. Okay, that's not bad. We can deal with that. But yeah, I mean, this deck was a ton of fun to play back in the day. You know, when this card came out, I thought it was awesome. It was just super consistent. I remember, I think it was Tricky Jim released a video on it, and I was like, this is the coolest deck ever made. Oh my god. And honestly, not much changed. I still love the deck. So when I saw it in the store for 50 cents for each copy, I was like, man, $2 for all 4 right in front of me? How do I pass this up? You know, I don't just play these decks online for you guys. I play these decks because these are the best decks in the format, and people just sleeping on them. Okay. We get a Judge. I don't know if I want to play Judge. I think Arvin is going to be much better here. Just because they've got not many cards in their hand. They could have played a supporter last turn and they didn't, which tells me that they need a top deck one if they can get one. So I think we're just going to start setting up our bench. And if we need to judge later, we'll judge later. So, actually, you know what? I probably should prize check a little bit. Okay. Ooh, 1 Sharon Scare is prized. We got 1 in hand, which is good, but 1 is prized. But we have Palpad, so it's alright. And how many stadiums? We got both stadiums, so actually this will be pretty solid. And the reason I don't mind taking Skwovet against this, because if they just want to go for a big Iron Hands play, they can just do that on my Bibarel anyways, so I might as well keep the best draw engine in the game, Skwovet, ready to rumble at all moments. So let's swing for 130, which is solid damage. You know, if we come in with a heavy Stomp, if they evolve that Regieleki, with the DTE, that's actually KO, because I believe it has 310. So that's solid. This is what I mean. This deck does solid damage for 2-shotting things, and they're gonna get the Regieleki. So, perfect. That's a fine supporter, though. That doesn't help them get going. So we'll see if they have an energy here. If they attack with Raikou, that could be a little annoying. If they actually pull this attack off. If not, we'll be in a fine spot. Yep, and they're going to pull the attack off. Okay, so how much damage are they doing, though, with that? And this is easy Sharon's care play. This is exactly what I mean. You know, we'll make ourselves get going. Are they going to swing? I'm curious. Yep, there it is. For 240. Alright. That's some crazy damage buff off the Regielekis. Oh my gosh. You know what? I might just get rid of the Judge here. And just take my Bibarel. I think, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Full sends only. We got plenty of energy in the deck to set up a bunch of 1 energy attackers. We play 12 energy. So that's plenty. And I'm going to Bibarel first because we're just going to clog the hand more, I believe. So put 1 back down, 2 back down. Yeah, we're going to Bibarel first because we're going to clog the hand more by playing Sharon's Care and draw less. So I'd rather do this first. Oh, that's That's actually, like, great. Yeah, awesome. We'll definitely take that. So, let's start getting a bunch more of these guys down. Do I want full 2? I don't know if Radiant Tsareena will fix the math here. And if I regret it later, I regret it later. So be it. Oh, actually, you know what? I don't have to play this Oinkologne if I don't want to. We could just attach this here. Throw the cape down onto this guy. Do I want to play a third Oinkologne? Or a fourth? I don't think so, actually. I think I'd actually rather leave the space for Radiant Tsareena. And we might as well just get all of our tools into play, just ready to rumble at all moments. And let's swing 160. So we're doing good 2-shot damage on this Raikou. That'll be awesome for us. That Sharon Scare was huge. I mean, that's kind of what I mean, you know, just... They attack you, you just tell them to do it again and figure it out from there. That's kind of the reason I love decks like this. And this has to be the easiest one to set up out of all of the decks, which makes it so nice. Again, you have less HP with this compared to others like Blissey, Wigglytuff, even Arceus V-Star. But for 1 energy? Are you serious? Yeah, no, fair trade-off for sure. Fair trade-off. But, I mean, you know, while we're taking a second here and our opponent is thinking, oh my god, they have every VMAX in play, that's terrifying. For real, I want to say thank you so much for all the support my recent videos have gotten. Oh my god, they do enough damage to Oko. Oh, that's bad. That's so bad. Yeah, I didn't do that math. That wasn't part of the plan. Yeah, let's get, hold up. I'll say my thank yous in a second. I mean, I can say it now too while I'm running it. We can... Might as well play this guy now, and then we'll Skwovet Bibarel. But yeah, thank you guys so much for the support. I have gotten so many nice comments recently, and I can't begin to explain to tell you guys how much it like legitimately means to me. I mean, this is awesome. This is actually like a small dream come true for me. I never kind of expected to get this far with the channel like this. You know, I just did this just because I like playing the game and it's fun, and I thought, you know, what the hell, I might as well see if I could post some decks, see what happens with it. I didn't expect it to be like this, so this is awesome. Thank you guys, seriously. But enough of that. Let's get back into beating up Miraidon here. I'm thinking about if I want to Rod and take back the Oinkologne. I think I'll wait. I think I'll hold it one more turn. We'll just swing for KO, even up the prize pool. We got the league headquarters down, which is going to be really big, because that Raikou on their bench looked like their next attacker. And we take Sharon Scare again. Oh, that's perfect. That's so perfect. So, if they don't get an attack with Raikou, they'll be getting an attack with Regieleki VMAX. And this ability only applies the buff to basic electric Pokemon, so it won't actually KO our Oinkologne at all, which means Sharon's Care is perfect. And if they attack with Raikou, they need 1 more energy, which I don't know if they have right now. So they could retreat into Raikou, they could fleet-footed, and even if they get a generator or an Arven 4 generator, that doesn't help them because Raikou's in the active spot and generator only goes to the benched Pokemon. So again, that would be fine as well, and they don't do anything. Okay. That's fine. I think what I'm going to do... Play 3 of you. I could get rid of 1 more Judge, honestly. Because we're going to be nearing the late game soon, which is going to be Iono territory anyways. I think I would rather just get rid of the Judge. Let's pull out another Oinkologne. The only thing is I'm scared to use Jet. But I want to see if I could get a boss. If I could Skwovet Bibarel into DT boss, that would be epic. And I think I'm going to go for it. Because if I could take a 3 prize card off that Regieleki, that would be awesome. Is it necessary? Not entirely, but it would be cool. And we don't totally get it. Which is okay. Because I think I'm going to use the boss on the Raikou. Bring it to the active. Again, they need an energy to attack. And then since I've already used Sharon's Care, and that's a boss and discard, those are cards I definitely want to see back. So I'm just going to Palpad them back into the deck. And that is perfect for us. I can totally rock with that. And we're going to swing for 130, which is enough to 2-shot this Raikou, so that's perfect. I mean, yeah, you know, you can see here, if you're playing against Dragapult, 130 honestly wouldn't cut it, and you're going to have to chase those DTs a little bit harder. And maybe in a scenario like that, if I needed to two-shot, you play Judges, you play Ionas, even if you give your opponent an extra card or two. But against Raikou in a setup like this, we don't need to. We're doing fine damage. This is all we need. And this is the Miraidon build I'm more scared of than the regular Miraidon build, because again, they're just doing so much damage because of these massive Regieleki VMAXs. And they give us the one that's damaged? Buddy, what? I'm sorry. Wait. Well, I don't mind looking for a DTE here at all. And we've got it. Man, I feel like we just got that rod. We just had that in our hand. Dude, stay in the deck. Come on, man. I don't need you now. I mean, I'll take another Oinkologne. Do I want to evolve it? Because then it's just an easy KO for the Raikou, but I think we do anyways, because I'm pretty sure they could just kill the one with the band, so it's like the same type of liability. And now we get an extra draw, and that is, oh my god. You have 180. Oh my gosh. That is perfect. And we have boss's orders for next turn. We've got game in hand now that they put that Zeraora down. I mean, we're chilling. We're chilling. And we can attack next turn with this guy? Oh, buddy's done for. Oh, man. Yep. That's the power of the pig, man. Can't mess with the pig. I forgot Bloodmoon Ursaluna was in the deck, to be honest with you. I literally, like, 7 minutes ago, I did that intro and talked about Bloodmoon. I already forgot it was in the deck. I didn't even think about prize checking for that thing. I was fully ready to just send it onto Homeboy with the pigs. So, that's going to wrap it up for a nice and solid game number 1 with Oink. You know, I feel like this game was very straightforward. Just get our Pokemon into play. Nice and easy 1 energy shutups. Some big Sharon's Care. Didn't even need hand disruption. And yeah, man, that's the power of Bibarel, Skwovet, and Oinkologne. We're 1-0. Let's see if we could guarantee the positive record. I will see you guys in match number 2. Welcome to match number 2, where we open up with a full bench, but a dead hand. And we're playing against Lugia, which is definitely going to be an interesting matchup. I mean, it depends which build it is. If they're playing Heavy Minccino, it's going to be a little harder. And honestly, it's looking a little rough. But if it's the other build, actually, I think we could take that. And there you have the Iron Hands. And the other build, sorry, just trying to get all my thoughts out without fully explaining them. The other build would be the one with, like, Wordier, Drapion for Guardy. I believe it has Iron Hands as well, so it might be that one. And we got 2 Bibarels, we got Skwovet, we got 4 Oinks, the Ursaluna. Okay, cool. And Sharon's Care. And that's pretty much all I'm looking for here. And Cape, awesome. Yeah, alright. We got what we need for sure. Let's Nest Ball for Skwovet. We might need that just for the extra draw 1. And I'm thinking, take another Bidoof here. Solid. I'm cool with that. Let's throw the tool here and the energy here. So if they somehow have a boss KO with Lugia on their first turn, we're prepared. I don't know how that's possible, but dude, I'm playing Oinkologne, so clearly I have no idea what my opponent could be playing. They definitely didn't think they were going to be playing against this. I guarantee you that. But yeah, I mean, solid first turn because we have Iono, and we really just need to draw into Jet Energy would be cool, Oinkologne would be cool, everything else is kind of a want, but those are the 2 needs. We got to get Bidoof out of the active, and Lechonk in play. And the reason I say Jet and not another energy, because if I could just save my other energy and not have to retreat, that would be much more preferred. And they Capturing Aroma for heads, so if they don't have a way to get rid of that Archeops, that's fine, because Lugia's not in play. I lied, I stopped talking. Lugia's always got it like that. I don't know why I even think things like Lugia not having another way. Wait, you don't have another Ultra Ball. Please stop. Oh, they have research. Even worse. Alright, cool. Well, that's a bit annoying, but we'll make it work. Yo, heads, come on. Man, that's Lugia V. I was hoping that if they got heads, they wouldn't get a Lugia V down, and that could have been massive for us, because that would be another turn that Archeops wouldn't see play, which is great for someone playing against Lugia. But, naturally, when I'm playing against Lugia, they're going to get what they need, why wouldn't they? So we'll just rip the Iono. I want to wait, see if I can pull off the Cape this turn, maybe. on our Lechonk, and boom. I mean, that is exactly what I was talking about. So let's get the cape set up now, and let's go into that one. And call me crazy. No, I can't rip Skwovet, because we're going to need a judge next turn for sure. And if I Skwovet into something that's not a supporter, I'm going to scream. So let's just swing for a painful 70. But that's fine, because again, it's not much damage, but 160 damage is perfectly manageable for Oinkologne. They just got to fill up their bench. And I know a minimum of 2 Pokemon are seen play next turn, because they got to get Archeops in play. So that's that's 70 is fine. 70 is fine. We can rock with that. And if not, we'll just heavy stomp. So I think we'll be all good. If we could try to get a Bibarel out next turn and maybe another Oinkologne, I think then we would be in like a perfect spot. Honestly, in hindsight, I don't know why I put the gift energy on the one without the tool. Maybe that was a little dumb, but don't worry about it. The Luminion. Wait. Buddy. You need to get 2 Archeops in play. You can't play Luminion. Right? Or are you just going to Ultra Ball it away? That would be crazy. No, they're not. Yeah, they're going to take Lugia V-Star. Okay, so they just have the Luminion in their hand. That's fine. They're not KOing us this turn since Minccino just saw play, and they are filling up their bench, so we'll be taking the first KO in Iron Hands. So I think that will work out fine for us. And we'll probably have to give them an extra card via Judge, but our board is not set up. So it does not matter that we're potentially helping our opponent. We need to set up our board, and there's no way around that. That's just something we gotta do. So, if you're ever in a situation like this, even if your opponent has 1 card, if your board is not set up, I feel like 9 times out of 10, it's just more important that you could play the game. You don't have a chance of winning unless you can play the game. And right now, the only thing I could do is Skwovet. So we gotta rip the judge no matter how many cards we give our opponent. And they're not setting up Iron Hands here, which is interesting. Maybe they prized Legacy Energy? One can dream. And their Iron Hands might be stuck. If they whiff an attack entirely, that would be huge for us to go up 2 prize cards against Lugia. And it seems like that's what they're going to do, unless they just have a Jet Energy in hand. Oh my gosh. I'm not complaining. That's fine by me. Sharon's Care is a nice card. Gonna have to judge it away. Gotta get a Bibarel and another Oinkologne down for sure. Boom. We'll take them both. That's cool. That is pretty cool. And let's put the Oinkologne here. I don't necessarily want to play the DTE right now, so I think I might just Skwovet Bibarel it away for later. I could put it on our other Oinkologne, but I don't know if we'll necessarily need it. Like, I don't want to need to do 160 with Maddening Scent, and then I had that, so now I'm hitting less damage. So I think we're just going to hold off on the DT for now, because we've got 2 Oinkolones with energy, and that's cool. That's pretty much all we need, and perfect. I'll just set up the third. So now we'll have 3 Oinkolones all ready to rumble. Yeah, alright, perfect. We'll take another Bibarel as well. So this is fine. And we'll keep the DTE, because there's nothing wrong with holding on to that DT for later. 190 damage is nothing to laugh about. That is totally something we might need to do, even next turn on the Lugia, if they promote it. So we'll see what we get here. That's a solid hand, actually. I like that. I like that a lot. So let's swing for 160. That should be enough damage to KO, unless I'm bad at math. It's perfect math, thank gosh. I was like, I thought I checked that earlier, and it seems I was right. So, solid. Yeah, no, it's a solid hand. We could Ultra Ball away, Buddy Buddy Poffin, and probably Radiant Tsareena. I think that's just super big in like Dragapult and Lost Box. Really, any deck where they spread damage counters like that. Maybe if you're playing against like a Frostlass deck, but we don't even have abilities. So honestly, I don't even think it's necessary then. Yeah, I think it's just big in those 2, which is really good. I think as a Radiant for the deck, you could totally play like a Radiant Charizard and play some Luminous. I think that's valid. Get a nice single prize, just beat stick attacker that you could use in the late game. But I think it makes the matchups we want to see, it makes them even more favorable, which I feel like helps us more, So that's kind of why I'm running that. And yeah, he's going to swing for some solid damage. If we get Sharon's Care this turn, oh my gosh, that would be so nice. And we're going to see if we can. Just make that attack kind of null and void. We are going to Ultra Ball away Buddy Buddy Poffin and Radiant Tsareena. Take out another Oinkologne, which is perfect. We got 2 in the deck. We're going to have to Skwovet Bibarel first, because there is going to be no thinning this hand to Bibarel, then Skwovet Bibarel. So we're just going to have to pop this first and hope we get a little bit lucky here. Dead card. Not going to help us too much right now. Let's see what the last 4 are. Not perfect, but not bad, honestly. Because you know what we could do? Okay, this is a crazy play. I'm scared of Chinchino because it has Oko potential, and they've never... No, we did judge their hand when they had Luminion, so they don't have the fish anymore. So I'm actually going to attach the DTE and retreat using the DTE. Then I'm going to boss up Minchino. Whoa, that's the wrong Pokemon. Yeah, let's go with this guy. I'm going to boss up Chinchino, because that is the biggest threat on the board right now to me. And then I'm going to Bibarel for 2. And then next turn, if we could look for Sharon's Care, never mind, we have Sharon's Care. We can just pop Sharon's Care next turn on our caped Oinkologne to keep a fresh 360 HP Oinkologne. You know, even if our active takes damage, I think that's okay. You know, if that one is 2-shot, that's fine. But if we can recycle our cape and just make this Oinkologne just that much tankier, I think that is going to work out much, much better for us, because that's a lot more energy they'll have to expend. But it doesn't seem like we're going to get that lucky. They're just going to boss up this Oinkologne and deal with it like that. That's fine. That's cool. I mean, we went for it. I think that was a solid play. We forced them to use a Gust. We did what we have to do. I think now we just look for Judge. You know, Judge or Iono are going to be our best friends here. So, let's do that. Let's promote this guy, actually. He doesn't have a Chinchino down, so I'm not worried about getting O-Code next turn. Maybe we'll Buddy Buddy Poffin, take out our last little piggy. That should be all we need for the rest of the game. I probably could have failed that Buddy Buddy Poffin and then use the second one, but it's fine, it's cool. Let's throw... How much damage are we doing? 100. Yeah, this is going to be a turn where we need to use Heavy Stomp to make sure we can 2-shot this thing. So let's do that. Then let's Nestash Bibarel. I just want to make sure we're 2-shotting this Lugia, you know, as consistently as we can. We're not going to be doing that with Maddening Scent. We are going to be getting our Judge here and our Tool, which is perfect for us. I could Iono them, but I think I actually want to save Iono when I put them at 1 or 2 cards and not 4, because I'll just judge them to 4 anyways. So let's do that. And we could play Pokemon League Headquarters. I kind of want to save it for this guy, though, when I'm worried about that guy being a threat. So I think I'm just going to hold on to it, because they're just going to Tempest Dive and get rid of it, and it'll effectively make it so the card pretty much did nothing. So I think I'll just hold on to it for now. And if we can flip heads, it'd be big. We can't. But that should be okay, because I kind of want to chase down Sharon's Care anyways. And now, if we do 100 damage after a Sharon's Care with this Maddening Scent, we will KO the Lugia. And I'd rather put the DTE to the 190 now and deal with the tails than do 100 damage and then not have enough to 2-hit KO. So I think that was the best play for us. And they're just going to take a Lugia here. Not scared of more Lugias. I just need to dodge those little rats. That thing. But the basic. You know, if they got the evolution, that's cool. That's fine. I just need that basic to stay hidden in those 19 cards. That's what I need. And they're going to Tempest Dive swing for 190. So yeah, now we're just going to Skwovet Bibarel again. And we are going to go looking for that, what do you call it? Sharon's Care. Do I want to play this energy on the other Oinkologne? I'm actually really tempted to. How much does the active swing for? So it would be 100, but we have the DT on this one, so that's fine, actually. Yeah, if I could get Sharon's Care, that'd be pretty good. And if not, I've just got the retreat, so that's fine. Yeah, let's do this. We'll Skwovet Bibarel, hopefully get our hand down, and then Bibarel again. We got a Jet Energy. Doesn't help us too much right now. And neither does that. Man. I could Iono them. put those evolutions back in their deck. Really just the Chinchino. Just put the Chinchino back in their deck. Yeah, let's do that. Just make their hand... Making it one less, we're going to give them gift anyways, so they're going to get up to 7 no matter what, and now we got Sharon's Care. So now we could retreat, and maybe if we're lucky, we could pull off a Sharon's Care next turn, which would be great for us. So let's do that. Let's force them. If they want to take a KO, they're going to have to find boss's orders. If not, actually, we might be able to win next turn. If we could find boss and not even deal with Sharon's Care. So that would be pretty solid for us. Running away with it against Lugia. We got boss. Never mind. All right, there it is. Now we just need them to not judge your Iona. Now, this looks like such a good boss target to take 2 prize cards, which is great, because that's not them playing Iona. I don't think they play Judge, but that's not Iono. Or maybe Roxanne. They might play a Roxanne. So that would be awesome for us if they could just not hand disrupt us, and we could take away the game like that. Because we got DTE, we got boss, that was all we needed to KO these little flying ancient dino birds. And boom, that'll clean us up against Lugia, and they just concede anyways. So they didn't even have it like that. We were chilling. That's 2-0. Yo, easy 2 games. I'm like all over the place right now. I did a lot of cleaning in my place today, so I'm wired right now from hopped up on caffeine. I was bumping music. I was getting going. Now I'm recording a video, and I'm like, whoa, what's going on? We're showing off the power of the pigs. That's what's up. We're 2-0. I'll see you guys in game number 3. To game number 3, where it seems like we're playing against Lost Box, which is solid for us. And we're going second. Actually, yeah, so this is pretty good. Our active Lechonk, more likely than not, is toast from a Cramorant. But we've got other Lechonks and a Skwovet, so hopefully, we could get one going. The only issue, we don't have an evolution, we don't have a supporter to draw cards or shuffle both of our opponent's hand and our own. So that's the one thing I think we're going to be looking for. We might even have to use Skwovet and just see if the power of Skwovet can get us the one card we need. And they're going to go triple Comfy and Pokestop. Alright. Worst comes to worst, I always preach, never play Pokestop. But if you're going to lose and you need an Ultra Ball, play the stop. Just kidding. You almost never want to play the Pokestop. Seriously, massive tip. As tempting as it is, your deck is not made for Pokestop. Don't play it. Unless it's literally like you have one Pokemon in play, and if you don't Pokestop and get that one card you think you could get, and you'll lose because of it, then alright, you might want to play it. And something else that comes with Pokestop, which a lot of people sleep on, in the very, very late game, let's say this game right here, against a Lost Box deck, you might want to Pokestop to discard stuff that you're not looking for. Like, let's say I'm trying to Bibarel for one card in specific, and... Oh, actually, I could take Manaphy here. I don't think I have that luxury, though. Sadly. We prize 2 Oinkolognes. Oh. Cool. Wait, no, we got one. Alright. A little rough. That's a little rough for sure. You know what? I could switch into Radiant Tsareena. And then I'll get back to what I was saying. Because we have Jet Energy. Keep 2 Lechonks alive. Actually, I don't hate that at all. Full sends only. Then I guess we just... Yeah, we definitely want to hold the hand here then. Okay, that's cool. So what I was saying, let's say it's a super, super late game against, like, this matchup specifically, and we're trying to Bibarel for boss, and we've got, like, 10 cards in the deck, and there's only one boss in the deck. Theoretically, the chance of hitting boss is less than the chance of hitting any other card. So you might want to play the Pokestop and discard 3, hopefully, statistically not boss, to increase the odds of you using Bibarel for 2 or 3 or whatever it is into your boss. Now, if you do that and you get rid of your boss, I mean, yeah, obviously that's the gamble you're taking. But statistically, I think it could increase those odds. So that's also something, you know, you might want to keep in the back of your mind if Pokestop's in play. In the beginning of the game, no, don't use it. Your deck's not made for it. But at the end of the game, discarding 3 cards when you're searching for 1 to close out the game, especially if you're in a scenario, like if I'm in a scenario where it's like, okay, I either kill his Sableye, or you know, like he has another Sableye, and if I don't kill it and win right now, he'll just win next turn. Yeah, you might want to do that, because I think statistically your odds are just the best at that point. So this was a perfect play. We're going to get an Oinkologne down. Now we're just going to Skwovet and pray, baby. Let's see if we can get a judge off this. That would be awesome. Ultra Ball? You know what? That's actually great. That's a perfect card to Skwovet into. Skwovet never fails the boys. Skwovet is always there for the lads. Because we're going to get one card here. It's Ultra Ball fodder, and our top deck is Ultra Ball fodder because we need Bibarel. It kind of hurts to get rid of a Lechonk, but we got a Rod, and we have 2 Oinkolones in play, so, you know, we could share and scare loop maybe, hopefully once or twice. So this is fine. This is fine. I'm cool with this. And we'll see who they promote. Our opponent does seem to have a rougher start here. Honestly, I haven't been paying much attention to what they're doing. Whoa. Thank gosh they got rid of Roaring Moon. Although, we play so many Mist Energy, I really don't know how scared I would have been of Roaring Moon, but them getting rid of Roaring Moon, Mirage Gate, and Colress, I mean, they have to have a bombshell of a hand. Like, an absolute bombshell of a hand. So I cannot wait to get a judge next turn off this Bibarel that I know I'm going to get with Ultra Ball. So they'll play Radiant Greninja, which I'm a little scared of right now. A little scared of for sure. I mean, they've already got 4 in Lost Zone, so Comfey, Colress, that's 7. Greninja's live. Because they could take out Lechonk and Skwovet, which would be a massive 2 prizes for them. Actually, yeah, that could hurt like a lot if they do that. Because we've only got one Oinkologne down, and honestly, I'm gonna have to Ultra Ball this Lechonk away as well to get Bibarel to make sure I can play the game. And I'll just have to look for Rod after that. I don't even remember if it was prized or not. So that's actually something I'm gonna check next turn, no matter what, when I use the Ultra Ball. And they switch cart into whom? Give me that Comfey. I'm not sure what I want to see. I don't want to see them go Greninja. That's fine. Yo, you can attack with Iron Hands. I ain't scared of that. They're going to vacuum away what? The Pokestop? That's cool, man. That ain't... As long as you're not vacuuming away my cape, I don't care what you vacuum. But it seems like they're either just going to try to do this to tank a hit, or they're going to do this to use Ampy very much, and both are legit plays. Because if they just need 2 Mirage Gates, which is a lot. Them burning 2 Mirage Gates now is actually really nice. Because they've got 1 in Lost Zone 2. So that's 1 Mirage Gate. I'm assuming you've got another. Yep. Okay, so they've only got 1 Mirage Gate left. So they're going to have to use it really wisely. And I'm not sure what our opponent has. So they're not going for an Arm Press, just an Ampy very much. Oh, and they... No. No. Oh my gosh. That was the worst case scenario. That right there was the worst thing that could have happened. That's not good. Huh. Yeah, you hate to see that one. Well, looks like I'm holding on to this Ultra Ball one more turn. Let's take out... Oh, you know what I could just do? This is the safest play. Safest play for sure. Protect this Lechonk and a Bibarel. And we'll just swing for 130. That was rough, though. That was... I don't know how I didn't see that coming at all. I knew they didn't play Colress. I was just hoping they didn't have a supporter, but... That's fine, man. That's fine. They killed God. God's going to retaliate. Because if I know anything about the God Pokemon, it's... Homeboy's not happy when he gets amped very much. So... We're going to see... how our opponent responds. Yo, getting out of Cramorant, I ain't scared of Cram, dog. It's funny because this is like the worst setup we've had in all 3 of these games. Like, this is by far the slowest and longest it's taken us to set up, which is great because we are still attacking. We're doing well. You know, like, we've got a decent hand to get us a Bibarel next turn. Like, I think that's fine, and that I think speaks to the deck and how straightforward it is to play. You know, you got some decent matchups. You got some matchups that are rough, but one thing I love is the format is in a spot where I don't think any one deck single-handedly beats every single deck. So every deck's going to have bad matchups, and part of this game right now, because I think the format is in a super healthy spot compared to where it was like last year, like 2 years ago at this time, is, you know, like, nothing beats all. There's a bunch of cards you could play, and some decks do a lot better than others. What do I do here? Definitely League Headquarters, but I'm thinking, do I go for Arvin? I think so. But for what? I know for this, I could take Ultra Ball. I just don't really want to get rid of... We haven't got rid of any energies. I could get rid of one DT and one Mist and take another Oinkologne. Because we play 4 Mist in this deck, so if we get rid of one, I think we'll be okay. So let's do that. Keep the DT in case. Just in case we gotta retreat Bibarel or something like that. I think this will work out best for us. And I don't even hate putting cape on something like Skwovet, just so Sable I can't deal with it. You know what? Why am I so tempted to do that? Do I cape Skwovet and make it Sableye proof? You know what? I actually really like that. To keep Skwovet Bibarel down. It also could live Amp. Let's do that. Because I'm not scared of this Oinkologne dying. Like, I don't think they could one-shot Oinkologne. I mean, Roaring Moon is in the Lost Zone, and I think that would have been the one thing that could do it with Frenzied Gouging. So, there you will probably get a Sableye down next turn. I have not played a single Hand Disruption card, so they've just gone through their deck at, you know, their own leisure. So I think because of that, let's just make sure we've got Skwovet Bibarel for as long as humanly possible. And let's put the cape on the Skwovet. Was that stupid? Yeah. No, yeah, probably. That probably was one of the dumber things I've done. But, like I said before, man, I'm kind of wired on a bit of caffeine. I don't know if you guys have ever had the, like, Rehab Monsters. They're, like, non-carbonated, but they've got a good bit of, like, just regular amount of, like, caffeine in it. And I had the peach one. And, I mean, I had it hours ago, but I, like, never have caffeine in my system. And I spent just the day tidying up my apartment, doing some cleaning, just getting, you know, my life together. Oh my gosh, I'm sick of them carrying my Bibarels. They're taking another 2 prizes off that. That is so obnoxious. There's just no need for that. Gosh. Now we're in a bit of danger. But that's alright. We got the best draw engine in the game, Skwovet, baby. But anyways, as I was saying, yeah, so I'm like a little like jittery now and like jumpy from it. But what do we want to do here? I don't even hate putting the DT on Radiant Tsareena just so we can retreat if we need, in case they try to like boss stall or something. I can't imagine Heavy Stomp being super useful against this. You know what? We're just going to do it. Send it in a stash. Yo, give me Iono. Come on. We haven't seen a single Hand Disruption card. Judge, I'll take it. I'll take it. Shuffle your hand into the deck. I don't know what's in your hand, but get rid of it. And Lechonk. Didn't we lose both Bidoofs? Yeah. Yeah, we did. I could play this Lechonk. I don't hate it. Let's do it. Let's do it. So it's going to be a big 2-prize KO for us. And Bloodmoon Ursaluna is going to be live now because of that, though. So this is where things get a little bit scary. Because we've taken 4 prize cards, so now we only need 1 energy to attack. They have 1 more gate. They don't even really need it. They just need an energy for it. And they're going to Greninja here, so we're giving them a decent hand. Which hurts a little bit. But I'm hoping... I don't know what I'm hoping for. Roxanne. That's... Boss and Oinkologne going back in the deck honestly hurt a bit. But we got Skwovet. We got the Skwovet. So we'll see if Skwovet can just keep bailing us out. I don't know where I want to play this DT. I might honestly play it on Lechonk. They get a Rod here, so they're going to get back a bunch of energy. If we could get a League Headquarters top deck, that would be the best thing I've ever seen. That would be like the coolest thing ever. But I'm not sure if we'll get that lucky yet, and they just got a big attack. You know, actually, we're going to have to put this DT on active and just retreat with it. We're terrified of Sableye next turn, but, I mean, I'm kind of terrified of a lot of things next turn because we could not draw into what we wanted to, and they're gonna get rid of our Hero's Cape as well. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. They're Psychic Energy away from winning the game. That Sableye is looking mighty scary right now. Oh boy. And we get Sharon's Care. Oh my gosh. Oh, that feels so good. Yep. Alright, we're just gonna pick this guy up. Tell him to do it again. And I don't hate Jet. Honestly, I don't hate Jet this Oinkologne and then just Skwovet. Just so we know we've got 2 set up Oinkolognes. Let's do it. Let's do it. Do I want to shuffle and look for boss? Because I know we just put a boss on the bottom of our deck. Or no, because we shuffled played Roxanne. Let's do it. Let's just waste the Buddy Puffin. Yeah, we got both boss in the deck. If we could get boss off this Skwovet, this is the best card in the game. No questions asked. Jet or Judge. Judge is pretty tight. We'll swing for 130. If they take 2 prizes, we win. They win. If they don't get 2 prizes and Ursaluna still in the active, we win. And I don't, honest to God, I don't know how they could get 2 prizes this turn. Even if they Sableye, I mean, yeah, they got rid of Cape on the Skwovet, but they're 10 damage short using Sableye and KOing the Manaphy and the Skwovet. They can't use Greninja on those unless they get a crazy Prime Catcher play. Yeah, I think this is kind of what they have to do here. And they have the Psychic. Man. Yeah, obviously they switched into it. That's not good. That's not good at all. You kind of have to kill. You're just going to do perfect. Yeah, so we kind of just have to bin the Sableye here. I don't hate Judge either. Just popping the Judge now. They got 4 cards. Let's just give them 4 new cards. Oh, that's big, actually. That's so massive for us. We'll play that. They've played 2 vacuums. I can't see them playing more. They played 3 vacuums. There's no shot they play 4. I'm going to be so upset if they play 4. Get rid of that League Headquarters. So that's sweet for us. Yeah, don't mind if I put that Rigid Band here. Let's just heal up that Manaphy just a little bit. Did they play Prime Catcher already? They did. So they essentially just need Boss's Orders. If they have Boss's Orders, they win. Because they just got Cram. And there's a good chance they get it. Because they did Palpat it back. And then did they use it after that? Actually, I don't remember. No. Oh, they got it. Because they just promoted Bloodmoon Ursaluna. Right? Oh, man. They just draw everything now. What? Wait. Wait a second. They have boss. Yeah, they do. I know they do. Because I know they Palpatted it earlier, so they're just playing things to waste time. Man. Come on, dude. That is so unfortunate. That is like... Oh, man, it's because we had such a slow start. We just couldn't get going. And our Bibarels just got amped twice. Oh, that's so infuriating, dude. We were so close. 1 prize card away. And we did hand disrupt them forever. I think they had like 16 cards left in their deck by the time we played our first hand disruption card. That's so unfortunate. But we literally did the same amount of damage too. I mean, that couldn't have been a closer game. There was no way that could have ever been a closer game. So, I mean, hey, if that's what the Pokemon TCG gods decided Oinkologne had to face for its last matchup and deal with, I mean, so be it. But this deck is a ton of fun to play. Like I said, I've got 4 copies that are seeing my next local tournament. Yeah, there it is. Now you guys can see it. 4 copies seeing my next local tournament. I ain't kidding when I say this is what I play in real life. I just play random decks like this because it's a ton of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you made it this far, please, I mean, you know, let me know what's good in the comments down below. My Discord's down below if you want to come hang out, make some decks with me. If you have a deck idea you want help with, want me to play, yo, post it down below. I'm making a list of all the decks people are commenting, and I promise I am getting to them all at some point. I hope you guys have the best day. Stay epic. Peace.